we have gathered here to discuss what Dalit and Adivasi thinks about the recent Supreme Court judgment and what kind of the opinion we carry on this issue. So, there are two parts of this press conference. First, that I would like to your attention for this presentation that we have made. And let me share with you that we have a voluminous data which Supreme Court never had asked for from the Secretary of the Department of Personnel and Training, which he is obligated to allay all the misgivings and fears that are, spread across the country. So the title of the presentation is, and the Educating Dalits and Adivasis, No Rule of Law or Convention Apply. And we believe that in judiciary and judicial processes there are rules of law and there are conventions that judiciary across the globe internationally follows. But in case of the Dalits and Adivasi, it seems the judiciary is really very relaxed and acts on their whims and fancies, and we will discuss this in this presentation. First, I will discuss the social demography of the Dalits. We are not, right now we are not, because there is a huge data, we are discussing only the scheduled caste data at this point of time, and maybe for Adivasi we will organize another conference. So social demography of Dalits, that in 2011 government enumerated total 1195 scheduled caste across the country, and out of this 1195 scheduled caste, 416 caste had the population less than 1000. Individual caste had the population less than 1000, and there were total, these castes, 416 castes had total 36,021 households and population of 1.25 lakhs. And this was only 0.06% of the total scheduled caste community. Similarly, the castes that have the population from 1001 to 10,000, they number 337, having 325,000, 3.25 lakhs households across the country, and 12 lakhs 87,000 population, means 0.64% of the total population of the scheduled caste. I will come to this, why we are telling all this data, why we are giving this all data. I will come to that little later. The third is that the caste that have the population from 10,001 to 100,000 or 1 lakhs. So these caste numbers 261, and they have the total household number 20 lakhs 95,000 and total population of 93 lakhs 73,000, and comprise of 4.65 of the total scheduled caste. So, and the from 1 lakh to 5 lakh population, there are 114 castes, and which have the total households of 51 lakhs 83,000 and population 2.39 crores and comprise of 11.88%. So you'll have a look that around 1,000 caste among the scheduled caste have population less than 5 lakhs, and totally they are composed of around say 22% of the population, while 74 castes have population larger than 5 lakhs, and these are the castes that people talk about, the dominating caste. And the two major castes which are being pitted against each other, so the Chamars are known from various names: Chamar, Jata, Madiga, Muchi, Chambar, Bambi, Arsadu. There are many names, maybe around 100 names comes of the, if you look at the data of individual caste, then you will find about 100 names of the Chamar community. So they comprise of 5.75 crores and they number 28.6% of the total scheduled caste population in the country. Then the Valmiki, Chura, Bhangi, Lalbegi, Hadi, Arundhatiya, Chikliyan, and I am sure that you must have noticed there was a story in the Indian Express about a Arundhatiya or Chikliyan who has got converted into the Muslims now. So they number around 84 lakhs total population of the Valmiki, Chura, including every part of the country. And we have taken all the nomenclature that are used for this community. So they number around 84 lakhs and comprise of 4.17% of the population. And you can see that how their percentage varies from. Third is there are Mala, and I have left only to the Mala because in every state there is a specific scheduled caste which has a large number of the scheduled caste. So like Malas in Andhra Pradesh or Telangana, they number 57 lakhs. Similarly, Palyar, Pulaiyas and other castes that they dominate in different parts of the country. माला कास्ट ही है जी, जाति है माला, शेड्यूल कास्ट है माला। आंध्र प्रदेश और तेलंगाना में दो कास्ट है, माला और मादिगा, जिनके बीच में अक्सर लोग एक दूसरे के अगेंस्ट सर उस पर बात कर लेंगे बाद में, पहले मैं अपनी बात पूरी कर लूँ ना, ऐसे तो डिस्टर्ब हो जाऊँगा। आप कहाँ से हैं? अच्छा जी, ठीक है जी। तो अब जो है जो नंबर ऑफ एम्प्लॉयज ऑफ वेरियस सोशल ग्रुप्स इन सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, दीज आर द नंबर्स ऑफ द वेरियस गवर्नमेंट. If you look at from 2014-15, when Mr. Modi came to the power, the number of the total employees in the central government were 29.52 lakhs. Now Mr. Modi only controls 18.92 lakhs employees. So almost 10 lakh employees have been chucked out from the government, or they are no more in part of the government. So the number of the employment in the union government, central government, reducing every year. Next, and if you look at that, we have even if you notice that the overwhelming number of the employees in the central governments are not from the scheduled caste, not from the scheduled tribe, not from the OBCs, not from the Safai Karmcharis. These are from the three communities. You know that there are no others, so I won't name any community, but the total, go to the next slide. Now, if you look at that was the numerical, this is percentage wise. So if you look at the percentage wise, in the group A in 2022-23, which is the latest DOPT report, this is not my data, this is the Government of India's data. And Government of India data says that in group A, the other communities, non-Dalit, non-Adivasi, non-OBCs, mind it, they are not scheduled caste, they are not scheduled tribe, they are not Safai Karmchari, or they are not the backward classes, or so 62, even today in group A, 62.7% employees of the group A comes from the non-scheduled caste, non-scheduled tribe, non-OBC. Similarly, in group B, 59.8%, in group C, 53.2%, and you have this asterisk without Safai Karmchari. Asterisk stands for without Safai Karmchari, and if you look at in C, this is with Safai Karmcharis. Sorry, C is with Safai Karmcharis, and number of the Safai Karmcharis 39.7. So what do you notice? Even among the Safai Karmcharis, the number of the non-scheduled caste, non-scheduled tribe, non-OBC are far greater than the scheduled caste. Now, so these are the from 2014 to 2022. We can go to the next slides. Now, what is the percentage of the OBCs in the central government? So this is, if you look at 2023, now the reservation has been for more than 35 years, about 35 years for the OBCs. And DOPT secretary has been completely inefficient. We cannot see, we don't have any inefficient as the DOPT has been. They have not fulfilled the reservation quota mandated by the government. So only, instead of 27%, only 18.7% are in the class 1, only 17.45% are in class B, only 22.69% are in class C, and only 17.89% in group D, group C. Similarly, you can notice that I am just citing the latest figure that is given in the DOPT report. This is other backward classes or socially, educationally backward classes or the OBCs. We go to the scheduled caste. This is representation of the scheduled caste. After the implementation, is Sarkar, government has made the Amrit Kal. But even Amrit Kal has not fulfilled the mandated quota for the scheduled caste, which is 15%. It is still in group A, 13.21. Who is responsible? Who is responsible for 75 years not implementing the mandate of the government? And we must question, we raise this question. In group B, 15.36, group C, 16.73, and group D, 35.33. If you look that Safai Karmcharis come from the scheduled caste community, but the number of the, in group D along with Safai Karmchari, the number of the scheduled caste is far less compared to the general categories. So this is a misnomer that all Safai Karmchari posts are occupied by the scheduled caste. And Safai Karmchari, particularly our Valmiki, Chura, Bhangi, all these community people must understand. So this is it. Now we go to the tribal community, STs in the central government. You look at there is a 7.5% mandated quota for the tribes. In 75 years, government has not filled the data at all. Prime Minister have come and gone, and this Prime Minister, who is a Garib ka beta, he has also failed us. So we want to make this point that so in group A only 5.89, group B 7.09, group C 7.89, and D with C, Safai Karmchari 7.05% from the scheduled tribe community. Next. Now, so this is representing central government 2021 and 23. We have already carried this, we have already shown. You can go to the next slide. Okay. Does government has caste-based data? This question must be coming to your mind. Does government has data of the individual caste? आप कह रहे नहीं? This is wrong. You have not, the people have not done their work with the government because of the prejudices. Government has each and every individual data of the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and OBC. Which officer belong to which caste? Every scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and OBC officer carry a certificate, caste certificate. That certificate mentions the caste of the individual. If government wish, government has those data, but government we charge the government that government is deliberately not presenting the data because the government wants Dalit to fight with each other. That's why the government wants SC and OBC fight with each other. That's why government deliberately is not presenting facts. Government is hiding the data. So that is our charge, that government is deliberately hiding the data, and the Solicitor General has misrepresented the government in the Supreme Court. Now the question is, every time when the reservation issue go to the Supreme Court or the court, any court, they ask for empirical data. And because government fails to present empirical data, so the Supreme Court give a order which is contrary to the interest of the scheduled caste, without hearing, without any sympathy, without any remorse towards the scheduled caste. Fault is of the government, and Dalits are being penalized, Adivasi are being penalized, OBC are being penalized. So this is our charge, the government's failure is punishing the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and OBC and undermining their interests, their rights. Now, I know that there are lots of media friends and they also use RTI, and after this judgment of the 1st August, lots of things have been written in the various newspapers. We have been reading things, we have been tracking all the news, but the people who are writing in the newspaper, have they asked the government that they have data? Government is talking of the classification. I have no issue at this point of time of the classification. We are not discussing classification per se at this point of time. But we are saying the government should have decency to present facts and figure that it has at its disposal. It has not presented in factor those facts. Next. Now, no rule of law or convention applying. So this is the thrust of our press conference. We believe there is a convention, there is a rule of law. Rule of law, natural justice says nobody can be penalized or punished unless they are heard.